Hi friends, welcome back to Rustic and Lace DIY. Today I have another fall video for you. I even have my pumpkin shirt on. I am ready. I hope you are. So with all of that, let's get to crafting. Okay, DIY number one. I have one of these signs from Dollar Tree. This was from the 4th of July season, and I'm just going to remove that hanger from the back of it, just using my staple remover to remove those staples. Then I'm just going to remove that paper, and I'm using my little Cricut spatula there, and honestly, this came off really pretty easily. But if you don't want to do this part, you can always cover this up with like shipping paper or some wallpaper or something, and then use the back side. So after I have all of this paper off of the big sign, then I'm going to do the same thing with the little sign. And for some reason, I thought you needed to see that, and you really didn't need to. Anyways, once I got that off, I spritzed everything down with some water, making sure that it's all covered. I let it sit for probably 5-ish minutes, and then I go ahead and use my paint scraper and scrape all of the residue off. It's just the leftover, the backing of the paper there and the like glue and stuff that was holding it. And then once that was all cleaned, I took DIY paint in the color Summer Crush. It's a very pretty color, and I just went ahead and painted both of those front and back. Then I took one of these hot pumpkin spice cups from Dollar Tree. This was new this year. I filled in that hole with my lightweight spackling, and I'm going to paint the whipped cream part with Waverly chalk paint in the color Plaster, and the cup part with Moss by Waverly. Then I created this stencil with my Cricut using my Frisco stencil vinyl, and I'm just going to get it onto the small piece here, and then I'm going to use Waverly chalk paint in the color Plaster, and I'm just going to stencil it or go over all of that stencil with my plaster, just pouncing up and down is the right word, until it's all covered. And then once it was dry, I am just going to remove all of that vinyl, just like you see. It was stuck a little bit more than usual because I let it air dry because I was talking to Kathy Jo. And when I talk to her, it's kind of hard to use my heat gun because it's too loud. So once I had all that vinyl removed, I went ahead and took my Titebond Quick and Thick Multi-Surface Glue. I'm going all around the back side of my cup here, and then I'm going to lay it right over that big sign. Now the whipped cream part does hang over a little bit, but that's okay. I think it looks cute. And after that, I'm going to kind of measure where I want to put my hanger holes, and I'm just kind of eyeing. I had it lined up to that big sign, and then I'm going to use my big crocodile here to create my holes, and then I had to lay it again, line it up, and then mark where I wanted to place the holes on the big sign. If I was thinking ahead, I would have done this all at once. After that, I thought, I feel like it needs some squigglies. So I took my white paint marker, and I'm just going to go around the whole little sign here, doing a little squiggly line, a dot, a squiggly line, and a dot. And then I decided to do the same thing on the bigger sign as well. And once I had that all covered, I decided to do some stitch lines on the cup. And I shown Kathy Jo, I'm like, does this need stitch lines? And so we both agreed it did. So I'm just going to go around the whole cup doing some little stitch lines. And I think it just really adds a lot of detail to this. And I just love how this project came out. Then I'm going to take some ribbon. It was in my stash, but it came from Hobby Lobby, and I think they still have it. I think I saw it there the other day. But I cut some down. I don't know how long they were. I just made sure they were all the same length. And I am just going to put the ribbon through the holes and tie knots on the back. I did glue those knots behind it so you didn't see the ties. Then I made some hanger holes for the top of it, and I'm going to thread that ribbon through again, tie knots on the back so we have a hanger. And after I did that, I took that ribbon and made a bow, and then I'm going to glue that right on the bottom of the whipped cream on the cup. And that's all I did for this, but I absolutely love how this came out. I told Kathy Jo, I think every year I need to, when I take my fall decor down, put it in a box to give away, and then just the next year add this new stuff that I make, because everything I make I just love. And I'm like, I want to keep this, but I have no space for it. Anyways, I hope you like this one too. Let me know in the comment box below. Oh, I hope you guys enjoyed that first project. I am 1 day away from my surgery, and honestly, I'm looking forward to it. I can't believe this is actually the first surgery I've ever been under. So I am a little worried about it. I know all of you guys are praying for me, and I truly appreciate it. But I'm ready to get this thing over with and get recovered so I can start crafting again, because I was looking at my schedule and I have 4 compilation videos ready, well, pretty much ready. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's almost all of August. I'm going to miss out of that many fall videos. So I got to relax and recover quickly so I can get back to crafting, because I love crafting fall stuff. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the compilation videos. I really tried to add some that I haven't added in the previous fall compilation videos. I tried to add some different things in there for you guys to walk you through memory lane, or if you are new and haven't seen my stuff, you'll be able to see some of the previous stuff. But anyways, before we get on to the video, I just want to say, if you're new here, welcome. My name is Brenda, and this is my sweet sleepy Oliver, and we are so glad you are here today. If you enjoy home decor on a budget and crafting, I would love it if you'd hit that red subscribe button and become part of our YouTube family, and then let me know in the comment box that you're new here. I'd love to get to know you. And for those of you guys that are returning, I appreciate you guys all so very much. Thank you so much for your continued support, and for all of you who are praying for me. I truly do appreciate it. So with all of that, let's continue on with the video. Okay, DIY number 2. So I have this square jar. It was pineapples spears from Sam's Club, and I thought it would be great to use a square jar. So I had it all washed and cleaned through the dishwasher, and then I wiped it all down with some alcohol. Now I'm using some painter's tape, a little strip of painter's tape to use as my spacer, and I'm just going to wrap this whole jar with my painter's tape, just trying to make sure it's all even. And it was easier said than done, let me tell you. I kept having to undo it and redo it just to try and make sure it was all even. And then I did the same thing on the top, and after I did that, I realized, wait, this is too much, so I had to make it shorter. But once I got it to the length or the size that I wanted it, I painted the top and the bottom with my Moss Color by Waverly. Then I'm going to take some more painter's tape and go around and cover the moss paint, because I'm going to paint the middle of it with my Waverly chalk paint and the color Plaster. And once it was all dry, I'm going to take this beautiful napkin that I got from Hobby Lobby this year, and I'm just using my ruler to just kind of help me stay pretty straight. And I'm just going to cut that. I did remove the 2 plies behind it that were behind it. Then after I had it cut out, I'm just going to take my Mod Podge. I'm going to put it on the white section of my jar here. I'm going to brush it on, and then I'm going to carefully lay my napkin on that wet Mod Podge, and trying to make sure that the lines meet up, that the napkin line meets up with the bottom paint line. And I lightly use my hands. You should probably use saran wrap for that, just to make sure you don't rip your napkin, because these napkins rip very easily, especially once they start getting wet. So then I just did this all the way around, add a little section at a time, a little bit of the Mod Podge, and then I just kind of lightly laid it into that Mod Podge and lightly went over it with my hands. But again, probably better to use saran wrap. So once I had the whole thing covered, I was short a little bit, so I'm just going to finish it off here. And then I did cut down some more napkin and to fit inside, and tried to make sure that the picture on the napkins matched. So you'll see me do that here in just a moment. I'm just going to make sure that all matches as well as I could get it. so that it's barely noticeable where it is connected. And then after it was all done, I went over the whole thing with a little bit more Mod Podge. You just want to be very careful. Best to make sure that the Mod Podge on the glass is dry before you do that. Then I wanted to cover the paint to make sure that the paint stays. So I just went over the painted areas with my Mod Podge as well. And after that was all dry, I took my favorite braided jute cord that I get from Amazon. It is in my Amazon store if you're interested in it, and there's a link to that in my description box. But I'm going to hot glue it all around the top part of that napkin as well as the bottom part of the napkin. And after that, I just took some twine and made a small shoelace bow, and then I'm going to glue that right on the front of my jar. Then I'm going to take these pumpkins, these crocheted pumpkins. I've had these in my stash for a few years. They came from Dollar Tree. I don't know if they have them anymore. If they don't, you want to recreate this, you could put any kind of florals and stuff in yours. But I had this also. Kathy Jo had sent me this a couple of years ago, and I thought I would use this. So I did cut it down, and oh my goodness, it went everywhere. This stuff is messy. Oh my goodness. As you can see, it's just flying everywhere. But it's pretty and it's fun, and I just went ahead and added that into my jar, added the pumpkins, added some leaves from Dollar Tree, and then I had some little sunflowers that I got recently from Michael's. I just added some of that in to give some pops of color. And that's all I did with this. And I think this is so pretty. I think I'm going to have to use it kind of as a for my pictures as something on the side. But I just love how this came out. I love that napkin. I hope you do too. Let me know what you think in the comment box below. Okay, so today, this is a celebration of your recreations. And we have Renee. She made these lovely little pieces. She's always busy making stuff. Thank you so much, Renee, for sharing these. And then we have Robin. Look at these beautiful. These are made from Dollar Tree placemats. Aren't they beautiful? I just love them, Robin. They are amazing. Thank you for sharing them. And then Holly, look at all of her pretty things that she's been making. I love them all. Thank you so much for sharing these, Holly. I appreciate it so much. Okay, and if you have something that you've created that you would like me to showcase, you can email pictures to rusticandlacediy@gmail.com, or you can always send them to me through Instagram or Facebook Messenger. Okay, DIY number 3. So I have 5 of these wood planks from Dollar Tree. I'm going to connect them together using some jumbo craft sticks and wood glue and hot glue. And again, the wood glue is permanent hold, hot glue is immediate. Then I took my finger sander, and I wasn't sure this was going to work, but it worked out great. I sanded the corners so it would be a little more rounded. And then I painted the whole thing front and back with my favorite Deco Art burnt orange, which I had to order more because I love this color. It's almost out. But I have this new stencil from Chalk Couture called Pumpkin Obsessed. And I'm going to fuzz this since it's the first time I've used it. And I'm going to fuzz it about 5 times. Now, if you're not familiar with Chalk Couture, it is a self-adhesive silk screen stencil, and we fuzz it the first time we use it. Otherwise, the adhesive is so strong it will pull up your paint as well as some of your paste. So that's why we fuzz it the first time. So I'm going to just get it even, and then I'm going to lay it in place and just make sure that there's no bubbles, air bubbles, or anything like that. And I'm going to use camel chalk paste here, and I'm just going to go over my whole sign with that. Now, if you are interested in Chalk Couture, I am a designer. I do have a link to my page in the description box below. You can check that out. If you have any questions, you can always email me, and I'd be happy to answer them. But usually, if you want to try it out, I recommend the Club Couture. It's a 3-month subscription. You have to sign up for at least 3 months. You get a stencil, some paste, and a surface to use, or our Perks member, which is $20 a month. It's a little cheaper, but you get 30% off of everything and $20 product credit every month. So check those out, and yeah, and email me if you have any questions. So after I washed off my stencil and this was dry, it doesn't take long for that chalk paste to dry. I took these beautiful leaves that I just recently got from Dollar Tree. They are gorgeous, and they're not flimsy feeling at all. They're kind of silky feeling, but they were a little wrinkled, so I'm just using my heat gun to get those wrinkles out. And then I took one of these wood pieces that come from Hobby Lobby. You usually find them at Christmas time around the candle section. They have like a big roll of these. And I'm just going to use my wood or my Titebond glue and hot glue to glue it in place. And then I have some pip berries and I'm going to wrap around it. I'm going to take the ends and wrap them around the end of a paintbrush to give that coil look, and then kind of spread it out. And because it was still loose, I turned it around and then I twisted the ends together to make it a little tighter. And then I'm going to add a little dab of hot glue just to kind of hold it in place. And then after that, I'm just going to start hot gluing these leaves around the stem, which is now the peduncle. And I love saying that. Can you tell? And then I'm going to just, once I got that all done, I took some Distressing Ink by Tim Holtz. This is, I think, a walnut stain, I think is it's called. And I'm just going around the edge. I wanted it, you know me, I love rustic, and I like the kind of grungy, rustic-y look. So I just went around that, and in the middle, a little bit of it too. I took some twine, tied some knots in the ends, and then I'm just going to staple it to the back for a hanger. I didn't want it very tall because I didn't want it that noticeable. And then that's all I did for this. And I love how this came out. It is such a fun one. And yes, this is one I want to keep too, but I have no room for it. Oh my goodness, what do I do? You'll have to let me know what you think about this in the comment box below. Okay, and now on to DIY number 4. I wasn't sure I was going to get 4 for you guys, but I did. So I have one of these wood, I don't know what you call them. I call them shadow boxes. You get them from Hobby Lobby. They're in the spring section. I've had this one for a couple of years, so I thought I would paint the middle of it with my plaster and the outside part of it with my burnt orange. Then I'm going to just go ahead and take my Mod Podge and brush it all along the inside part of this sign, the box. I don't know what you call it. Anyways, and then I let it dry. Well, I'm smoothing it out. Then I let it dry. Once it was dry, I took some more of that napkin, and here I was kind of creasing it with my fingernail, and look, I ripped it perfectly. I'm like, oh, that's perfect. I was going to start ripping it, and I thought, oh no, I know what's going to happen. It will tear. So I just used my scissors to finish it off. Then I'm going to lay it in place, cover it with parchment paper to protect that napkin, and use my heat press to reactivate that Mod Podge. Now, I probably shouldn't have done this technique just because it is really hard to get the edges and in the corners because that heat press doesn't reach in there very badly or very easily. So you kind of want to just dry it. You could use a heat gun, maybe a hairdryer to kind of dry that. And then once it was all done, I just went over it lightly with my Mod Podge and a fan brush, just doing a light amount. I have one of these words. I don't even think Dollar Tree carries these anymore, and I'm going to go over it with Moss by Waverly. If you don't have any of these, you could use any kind of wood letters. You could probably even use stickers or cardboard letters. Just use what you have if you want to recreate this. And then I'm going to add my Titebond on the back of this word, and I'm just going to use my finger to kind of smooth it all out and then lay it in place. I put it right over that seam where the napkins met. Even though I tried to make sure it matched, you can still kind of see the seam a little bit. Then I took one of these styrofoam pumpkins from Dollar Tree. I'm going to paint it with, I think this is Spiced Pumpkin by Decor. Once it was dry, I took my pool noodle knife and cut that in half. I'm going to glue a haystack that I got from Yasmin. Thank you, Yasmin. To the base of my sign, I'm going to add my pumpkin on top of it. I had these sticks. I think they came from Dollar Tree. I took one, cut it down, cut it in half, and I'm going to use that for the peduncle. Maybe they came from Hobby Lobby. I don't even remember anymore. Then I took some moss and laid it on the other side. I was going to put another hay bale, but I just figured I liked the layered look better. These little leaves actually came from Hobby Lobby as well. I was telling Kathy Joe the other day they came from Amazon, but I couldn't find them. And then I realized, no, they came from Hobby Lobby. So I think they were like table scatter in the table, like paper plate section. Anyways, I'm just going to glue those in place. I'm going to glue my other half of the pumpkin down, and I'm going to add the peduncle for that one as well. And then I'm going to add this wood piece that comes from, this came from Dollar Tree. I'm going to glue that on the top. I don't think they have those anymore either. But you can always find stuff like this at Hobby Lobby or even Amazon. So I'm going to just glue some more of those leaves in place. And then I'm going to take some more pip berries and I put it around the peduncle and coiled the ends with a pencil on this one. And then I'm going to take some raffia, make a raffia bow. And you kind of, it takes a little bit of skill. No, not really skill, patience. Anyways, once I got that bow created and at the size I wanted, I glued it right under that wood piece, and that's all there was. I think this is so pretty. I just love that napkin. I hope you like this one as well. Let me know in the comment box, and your final reveal is coming up. You have to let me know which one was your favorite today. Again, I will be having surgery tomorrow, so I will have some compilation videos for you the next couple weeks while I recover. So I appreciate all your prayers and well wishes, and I have a taste test at the end of this, so make sure you check that out. With all of that, you guys, I will thank you so much for watching, and I guess I will just see you on the next one. Bye-bye. Okay, guys, guess what? It's that time again. Try Treats. If you're not familiar with Try Treats, they are a monthly subscription and they will send you treats from different countries. They send me treats to try out for you, to show you what they are. And I have so much fun with these, and I know you do too. So let's check out where that's from this month. This can be scary sometimes. So let's see. So one of what it comes, from, let's see the flag, South Korea, Seoul, South Korea. So it gives you a little postcard that tells you information, a picture of it tells you information about South Korea, which is always fun to read. It gives you fun facts and some treat ideas. It also gives you a recipe on the back. And then it gives you this little card that tells you what the treats are. And then it tells you on the back, you have a place here where you can rate your treats on what you like the best and what was the weirdest. And it's an Asian country, so I'm a little worried because that usually means seafood stuff. And if you've been around a while, you know I don't like seafood. I'm learning to eat salmon. I don't like it, but my husband cooks it. He seasons it very well, and then I cover it with mustard. That's the only way I can eat it. Oh, so anyways, yeah, we've got some seafood in here. So, let's start with that. Save the best for last, right? Okay, so these, they say shrimp chips. I've had something like this before. And if you remember, I wasn't a fan. Oh my goodness. Let's see. Oh my goodness. Let's see if I can find the smallest one. Okay, they're like Rice Crisps, kind of. Like that. I'm going to take just a teeny bite. Actually, they're not that bad. I've had a lot worse. They have a hint. It's not a real strong flavor of shrimp. Not bad. Do I think I'd eat them? Probably not. And oh no. Contains egg, wheat, gluten. What are these? They're a custard. Oh, they're a custard. I thought it was sushi. The picture on them looked like some kind of sushi. Okay, this might not be too bad. So this looks like a little soft, moist cake. Looks like it's got some like lemon or something in the middle. That's not bad. That's pretty good. Yeah, I could see myself eating that. Okay. Toasted seaweed. Now, for those of you who like seafood and like sushi, you might like this. I probably won't, but I will still give it a try. I know I shouldn't use my teeth to do that. Okay, let's see. Ugh, I'm dreading this one, you guys. Oh yeah, it's just seaweed. Why would anyone want to eat something, a plant that grows in the sea? I don't get it. Okay, here's a teeny bit. Yeah, no. Oh, that's nasty. Oh, sorry. And I have my water bottle way over there. Okay. I wasn't thinking. I have no idea what this is. Well, let's look at our little list. Where's the list? It's a chick choc by Lottie. So it looks like a chocolate chip cookie. I'll put this right where I can reach it in case I need it. Okay. Oh man, they really make these hard to get into. Okay, chocolate chip cookie. I can handle the chocolate chip cookie. Let's see. That's actually a really good chocolate chip cookie. Really good. Better than Chips Ahoy. And I don't mind Chips Ahoy, but that tastes more real. That's really good. Oh, they sent me 2 of these. Cocoa pies. I think I'll like those. I like the moon pies. And that's what it looks like. So let's try this one. So, that's really good. Really good. Okay, Cocoa Mont milk chocolate biscuit. So let's see. It looks like a mushroom. Oh, it's a bag inside of a box. That way you think you're getting more than you are. Oh, well. Oh my goodness. Okay, what are these? Are they stuck together? Yeah, they're stuck. Okay, they're small little mushrooms. That looks fun. Very good. Very good. Okay. We have butter coconut sweet biscuit. So let's see what these taste like. Oh, they broke coming out. So that's what it looks like a butter cracker kind of. So let's see how it tastes. They break very easy. They're all breaking. Not super sweet. I don't really taste the coconut. But they're good. They're really good. Trying to think of what I can compare them to. Almost like an animal cookie. You know, the ones that are not frosted. Okay. Let's see what this one is. don't know. They have a picture of this one. They have one with gray. I don't think they have a picture of this one on here, so I guess we're gonna check and see what it is. It's a cookie of some sort, and it's crumbly, and it's all broken. Trying to see. Yeah, it's all broken, but it's just kind of it looks like a vanilla wafer, but it's not crisp, it's soft. It doesn't taste like a vanilla wafer, but they're good. I mean, they're okay. Not super sweet, which is probably a good thing. Okay, this is supposed to be a pineapple cookie. That's the package. I love pineapple. Oh, yeah. Little cookie there. That's good. It's really good. A little sandwich cookie that tastes like pineapple. This looks like pretzel sticks that are cookie flavored. Chocolate cookie. Oh, let's see. Good. Yeah, they're good. Chocolate covered pretzels. Can't go wrong with that, right? Not too bad. The worst, I would say, is the seaweed. My favorite, of course, would probably be the moon pie. Those are always my favorite. Just drop the seaweed. Oh well. Sure, Oliver won't eat it. But yeah, not too bad. I think this was a pretty good box for being an Asian box. Not too scary. But yeah, those were really good. Again, it's Try Treats. If you're not familiar with them, I will have a link in my description box, and I will have a code for you, a discount code. If you've never ordered from them before, you get 15% off of your first subscription box order, and that code is Rustic and Lace DIY, all in caps. And yeah, it's a fun way to try some different treats. It's a great gift idea if you have someone who's hard to buy for. You know, maybe sign them up for a little bit for some of these subscriptions, and so that they can receive some of these treats. It might be kind of fun for them as well. Grandkids love it. My grandkids always love it when they see this box. They get all excited. But now that they're not living here, sometimes it gets eaten before they come over. And it's not me that's eating it. But anyways, so make sure you check out the links in my description box. Check out Try Treats. It's a lot of fun, and you won't be disappointed unless you get shrimp chips. Then you, or seaweed, you might be. Anyways, okay, we will see you on the next one. Bye.